What's up, Gen Z? Welcome to the culture. Welcome to ATN Gen Z, where culture meets the vibes and entertainment meets the lifestyle, and culture sets the pace. From the music you stream to the stories shaping how we live, this is your front row seat to what's trending, what matters, and what's next. On ATN Gen Z, we bring to you latest entertainment news and updates, interviews with your favorite celebrities and industry experts, performances by local artists, interactive segments, including veil polls and giveaways. If it's buzzing right now, best believe we're already on it. And now to our top trending stories for today. Femi Dapson romantic display divides public opinion. Davido reacts angrily to legal move. And in music, Odumodu slams Black Bones over Headies controversy. Billboard labels Rema one hit wonder despite streaming success. Don't forget this program is open for sponsorship, jingles, advert placement, news and events coverage, personality, society and political interviews, products, service promotion and commercials. Watch us live on our website www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We are also available on Avo TV channel 205, Limex TV platform, Ifastech platform, Apple TV, Niger TV, Iroko TV. Follow us on our social media, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, and on Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X, Atlantic TV Net. Stay connected by following, subscribing, liking, and sharing our social media content. Quick pit stop, don't go anywhere. The vibe is just getting started. We'll return with more of what's trending. Welcome back from that short break. It's Kingsley Ipalibo is my name, and I am not going to be doing this show alone. I have Sophia Oguke in the building. Sophia, good evening and welcome to the show.
Hi, good evening. It's good to have you once again.
All right. I mean, this weekend was Valentine's, and I mean, it was a wholesome weekend. How was your Valentine's?
It was awesome. I hung out with friends and family, so it was awesome.
All right, talking about Valentine's, I mean, something that's been making the news and has been buzzing everywhere is Nigerian video director and fashion entrepreneur Femi Dapsin. You know, he has faced widespread backlash after unveiling Valentine's message, you know, for his fiancée Simi on multiple billboards across Lagos. The large-scale public gesture intended as a romantic surprise quickly became a talking point online. Images of the billboard circulated rapidly, drawing mixed reactions from the public, while supporters, you know, applauded the creativity and boldness of the move, especially coming from a visual storyteller. Critics questioned, you know, the timing, the optics, and perceived extravagance amid economic pressures. A lot of Gen Z will tell you big love move, big public reaction. The incident, you know, has reignited debates around public romance, social media validation, and whether grand gestures invite unnecessary scrutiny. For many observers, the backlash highlights how personal moments can quickly become public conversations once displayed at scale, especially when love meets the spotlight. I mean, Sophie, you look at this, is it really extravagant looking at what Femi Dapsin has done for his fiancée?
You know, once someone is in love, they can do anything at any time. So I don't think it's extravagant because he really loves the girl and maybe she's the one for him or choose. So I don't think it's a very big show of love. But for me, I think it kind of went too far.
Really? But looking at it, this is his fiancée we're talking about, and a lot of people are going with the impression that it's about he's doing it. It's way too much. I mean, you can celebrate your partner, but going as far as putting up, you know, a billboards, going in different parts of Lagos, you know, on the biggest of billboards and putting it up, you know, to celebrate her. I mean, do Valentine surprises, you know, need to impress the internet? Because will you say he after he did it, you know, he posted it on social media. So is he doing it for social media impression?
Nah, he's not doing it for. He's doing something extraordinary, what has not been done before, and I think those things are really expensive. So I think it's a very big show of love.
So why do you need to post it on social media for you?
So that we can know now. If he doesn't post it, how will you know?
I mean, but you look at social media and don't you think it's ruining the standards, you know, for real life romance?
Nah, I don't think. There are some things we keep for private, there are some things we keep for public. So I think this was a public show.
You're looking at currently what we have now, what was done. Is social media trying to curtail it? Like social media is putting a leash on, on romance and how the PDA, you know, public display of affection. You know, he has faced a whole lot of backlash, and I tell you, if any person is thinking of doing it, that person might be discouraged. So I mean, do you think social media, you know, has tried to it has shaped the way romance and PDA is being displayed in this our generation?
I think it makes us to know more about people and know more about them. So I don't think social media has anything to do with anything at all, anybody's relationship. So, yeah.
But for you, was the backlash unfair? Was it fair, or is it unnecessary pressure?
No matter, they must talk whether maybe if he didn't surprise the girl, people would have still said, he didn't do this thing. So whether he did the thing or not, people will still talk. So it's a normal thing for Nigerians, especially on the internet space.
And do you think couples, you know, should stop posting intimate moment online? Because somebody will tell you that if he didn't post it online, he won't be getting the kind of reaction and no backlash he's getting.
They can keep posting what they want to do. Everyone, for me, I don't think I'll be doing that. I love my space private. Everyone has their, whether they love it private or public, everyone has their choices.
But looking at this this issue, I mean, who sets the rules for what is romantic in 2026? Who set the rules?
How?
I mean, who set the rules? Because I mean, on social media, you know, they are giving you a different way of loving your partner, or displaying your affection for your partner. So I mean, is this social media or is it a personal thing right now?
It's a personal thing right now. Social media doesn't set the rule. It's a personal thing for anybody because nobody forced you to do anything. So I think it's a personal.
All right, while a lot of people, might have been celebrating the Valentine, I mean, Afrobeat star Davido, it wasn't a good one for Davido, as he has reacted angrily, after revelations that the lawyer representing Sophia Momodu referenced the death of his late son during legal arguments in the ongoing custody dispute over Imade. The development has drawn widespread condemnation, with many describing the move as ethically troubling and emotionally charged. According to reports, the lawyers allegedly cited the tragic loss to question Davido's parental circumstances in a bid to strengthen the custody case. Legal analysts note that while courts often assess a parent's stability and environment, invoking a deeply personal tragedy, especially one unrelated to the child in question, raises serious concerns about proportionality and sensitivity. Davido's reaction, including publicly calling the lawyer a wicked human being, reflects not just anger but deep emotional pain tied to unresolved grief. The incident has sparked a broader debate, about ethical boundaries in family law, particularly in high-profile cases. Critics argue that custody battles should prioritize the child's welfare without re-traumatizing parents or weaponizing loss. Beyond celebrity, the case highlights a universal question. Just because something can be argued legally, should it be argued at all? I mean, Sophie, what do you think? Just because something can be argued legally, should it be argued at all?
It shouldn't be argued at all because legal moves are the things that make someone to be certain. So I don't think it should be argued.
You look at these particular issues. Are there ethical limits to what a lawyer should argue in custody cases?
Everyone is after their pocket, so I think she was just looking for a concrete evidence, but she kind of went too far, though.
Do you think she went too far because she was just doing her job? If some people will tell you that, I mean, if Davido, lawyer had the same opportunity she had, some people will tell you he would use that opportunity. So do you think she was going too far, or she was just doing her job?
She was just doing her job, actually. So she didn't go too far. But for him, it might seem annoying, but it's just her job to make sure the case is concrete.
And looking at the issue, I mean, that's a tragedy. I mean, losing his son. Should it be ever used when it comes to parental to assess parental fitness?
In life, one cannot be too careful. So I think if they could turn by the hands of time, it's no one's fault. So it was not a good move though, but it's job, so you can do anything for the job actually.
I mean, is it legally allowed? Looking at the situation, I mean, using it against Davido, do you think it's legally allowed?
It's legally allowed, as I said before, for concrete evidences.
And do you think he was going too far? Talking about Davido, I mean, was he going too far? Coming online, he even tagged the lawyer, her social media handle. I mean, do you think he went too far?
He didn't go too far. It was just pain, since it's him that knows how it pains him. So I think everything
because currently the social media account of this woman, she has locked her account, and the video fans have, not just his fans. I mean, we don't know who's doing it, but they've gone ahead, to some people will say bully her. Do you think they've gone too far? And does the video has a role to play? Because I mean, he knew what he did, tagging her to that post.
Yeah, he knew what he did. He did it so that, in social media, when someone enters trouble, when they tag the person, is the comment section they are going to. So he did it purposely so that she will feel it a bit. So that's it. So that she will feel it a bit, so that she will know next time to know how to talk or not. So it's just out of emotion, actually. It's emotions.
I mean, you're looking at this situation. I mean, for Davido, would you say for him, he doesn't really know how to control, his emotions? Because I mean, this is not the first time he's doing it. I mean, he even went as far as tagging. I mean, he went ahead to start insulting a gospel musician who he thought was the son of the lawyer, and the guy has to come out to clarify that he's not his son, and he had actually apologized. So do you think Davido is actually too emotional when it comes to issues like this? He's
too emotional when it comes to issues like this because it's his son. and that boy would have gone to be a great person. So them using it against him caused a lot of remembrance, especially in a wrong way. So it's something they're trying to move past from. So I think it's necessary. It happens to everyone.
All right. I mean, you look at this particular issue. Davido is he has been strong, but let's look at the custody issue for Imade and Sophia Mahmood. I mean, who do you think is in the wrong in all of this for you?
Wrong? I think no one is in the wrong. I think for a child's custody, it's supposed to go to the mother.
How? So you don't think the father deserves to be in the life of his child?
Maybe a bit.
Maybe a bit.
Maybe a bit, but I think to take care of the daughter, and it's a girl child, so the mother should be in charge.
For the fact Davido was not asking for full custody,
Yeah.
he was asking for joint custody with the mom, and she refused it. I mean, do you see reasons with her refusing joint custody? Why do you think she would want to deny Davido the opportunity, to be in the life of his daughter?
I don't think she's denying Davido the opportunity to be with his daughter, because I've seen in cases we have seen Imade with the dad. So I don't think she's hiding him fully, just to live with him. I don't think she's imparting.
But she has full custody now of Imade, and Davido does not have any custody of Imade, so she can decide to release Imade at her will.
Yeah.
So what Davido was fighting for was not was for him to also have an equal opportunity, to have moments with his daughter. So do you think Sophia has denied him that opportunity because it's going to be very hard for Davido, to be in the life of his daughter? So what do you think about Sophia using Imade? Do you think Sophia is using Imade, as a weapon against Davido, given the bad blood they have?
She's not using it as a weapon. It's just for child safety. So I believe anything she's doing, she gave birth to the girl, she trained her, and maybe a little child support here and there, but I think it should just leave the mom to continue taking care of her. If you want to see, you can talk, they can still see. They see a lot, right? Maybe.
That is what the whole issue was about. I mean, it's about him having opportunity to see her. But with the case going in Sophia Momodu's favor, I mean, she might not even see her dad till she turns 18.
Wow. That's a lot, though. I think maybe they should have a reschedule of the court case, though. Maybe 70-30 will do.
All right, we'll go on a short break. I mean, when we get back, there's still a whole lot more to talk about. I mean, Odumodu Black is in our conversation today, and there's still a whole lot more to talk. So when we come back from this short break, I mean, we'll give you more of what's to come. Don't go anywhere, stay right here. Welcome back from that short break. It's still Atlantic Television Network, and this is ATN Gen Z, diving into what we have at the moment. Odumodu Black, has weighed in on the controversy involving Black Bones and celebrated video director TJ Omori following the Video Director of the Year segment at the Headies. Reacting to Black Bones' comments during the award season, Odumodu Black described them as insensitive, especially considering TJ Omori's widely known health struggles at the time. According to him, the moment required empathy, not competitive bravado. Context: Odumodu Black stressed is everything. TJ Omori, one of the most influential visual creatives in Nigerian music, had been open about serious health challenges in the months leading up to the awards. Against that backdrop, Odumodu Black argued that jokes, flexing, or competitive jabs, even when framed as humor or confidence, can land differently when someone is dealing with personal adversity. He's talking about reading the room. The situation escalated further when Odumodu alleged that Black Bones had been sending big artists, to beg him privately in a bid to maintain a clean social media image, while the tension played out publicly online. This claim shifted, the conversation from award night's comments, to authenticity, perception, management, and how far artists go to control public narratives. Beyond the individual involved, the debate has opened wider, industry discussions around sensitivity, competition, and responsibility at public events. As Nigerian music continues to globalize, Odumodu Black's comments underline a growing expectation that artists understand the weight of their platforms. They take away talent wins award, but character, shapes legacy. Sophie, let's go. Before I start asking you questions, about this particular issue and on Odumodu Black, do you think Odumodu Black wouldn't have had any issue, if it was another artist, flexing and, having the confidence, Black Bones had before the Headies Award, the last Headies?
Odumodu has pride problem. I think I've watched him. I've seen him as that kind of person that doesn't like someone to be bigger than him. So whatever Black Bones did, it could be any other artist. It could be Ice Prince who could come up at that point now and he will say he's doing one or two things, considering how Odumodu history is.
Talking about that particular situation, it was Black Bones. It was the situation where Black Bones, directed his own music video by himself, and he was nominated for the video of the year as his video director of the year. And Black Bones and Odumodu Black has reminisced on that particular issue, and he has said that Black Bones was being too confident, he was being too proud, and he was saying he's supposed to win the award when he knew the situation that TJ Omori was in. And the question people have been asking is, should Black Bones be quiet because TJ Omori, had a particular health issue? Do you think Black Bones was insensitive at that point in time to, the issue at hand? Looking at TJ Omori had health problem, kidney issues, and according to Odumodu Black, Black Bones dressed as TJ Omori in the award in the events. So do you think Black Bones was insensitive about that particular situation, or Odumodu is just being Odumodu, looking at him and Black Bones have beef?
Odumodu is just being Odumodu. The sky is big enough for anyone to fly. In this industry, if you don't have clouds, you will not go anywhere. Black Bones he didn't do anything out of mockery. He did it out of the sky is big for anyone to fly. I did this, I directed this video. That is what he was trying to do. So Odumodu, and this thing, I'm even trying to listen. Was it the Headies Award time that TJ Omori fell ill? Wow. Because I consider Odumodu, he does things. He might just try to coin things up. But I think Black Bones didn't mean to mock anyone. He just was proud of himself that he did this. I directed, and it's won a award at the Headies.
Okay, Loz, for me now, I think we have to remove Odumodu out of the equation and ask the question: was Black Bones being insensitive? TJ Omori is seen as one of the best music directors we have in Nigeria currently. And when he made that music video, it was because he asked TJ Omori, for the price of a particular music video. And TJ Omori told him his price, and he said it was too pricey, and he went ahead, to shoot his own video, which it was a very good one. I mean, he had a lot of good remarks on that video. So do you think, that was a jab at TJ Omori? And was it insensitive, at that point in time? And should artists be held accountable, for comments made, especially when they are celebrating? Because you look at that situation, what's on the street to tell you that if this had happened in America or in other same climes, Black Bones might have been cancelled for that singular act. What do you think?
As I was saying, he's not insensitive actually. He's not insensitive. I was saying he was just trying to be, yes, this is what I did. That is what I look at. That's what I look at this whole thing as. He didn't try to Black Bones is a funny guy. Actually, that period he was active online, he's a funny person, so he can do anything to make sure he's been up there. So I don't think it was insensitive.
And do you think for Odumodu Black, he's trying to exploit the situation, he's looking for issues where there are no issues, to create a particular problem between TJ Omori and Black Bones?
TJ Omori and Black Bones are good, so I don't think this issue. Odumodu is just trying to come up again, because his album, sorry to say, actually flopped. So I think he's trying to, maybe he wants to drop something. And who knows, maybe all these things they are doing, it might be PRO. Maybe they'll later come back and reconcile, because I don't know about these artists and their stuffs.
Yeah, and for Odumodu Black, he made a certain claim saying that Black Bones, is sending big artists, to come and beg him, and he's trying to save face. He's trying to, save his public image, social media image. Do you think that is true? Do you think Black Bones might actually want to squash that beef?
I don't think Black Bones is trying to tell anyone to save his face. It's a funny thing to do. Like, how many people do you want to tell for you to be? Odumodu is just trying to, he's just trying to put up things that are not there. He's just trying to be controversial. I don't think Black Bones will do that.
Talking about Nigeria award shows, this happened at the Headies. Do you think Nigeria award shows, are evolving emotionally, or is it just musically? Because these are the things. If this really happened, if Odumodu and Black Bones really did this, these are the things that the fans would want to see. These controversies. When do we get to that stage where every artist is big enough and they are proud enough to do what they want to do without looking at consequences? What happened to them if they do that? Do you think Nigerian Music Awards has reached that level where we have a whole lot of big artists, who will do what they want to do on that stage?
Yeah, the award is big for everyone now, so they can do anything they want to do in celebratory stages. In fact, to be given an award at this point now is something to be very proud of. So, yeah. Everything everyone is doing is out for his brand, is out for this, out for clouds, for longevity, stuffs like that. So I think that is what's happening now.
And like we said earlier, Black Bones, like you said earlier, Black Bones, might not have done this purposely. But should the line be drawn, between humor and disrespect, especially in this kind of situation? Because right now, from what you are saying, Odumodu is trying to pick out a problem where there's no problem. But the issue is, Odumodu won't have been able to do this if Black Bones did not give him the opportunity by doing that. So do you think, there should be a line drawn between humor, making jokes, and respect? Because obviously, TJ Omori is an OG music director. So do you think a line should be drawn, especially when these jokes are made?
TJ is a videographer. There are other videographers. There are Pink. There are other people. So I don't think anything Black Bones, I'm defending him, it was out of disrespect. Black Bones was just trying to be up and be controversial. So it's nothing concerning disrespect. So I think maybe a little sympathy would have done though, but we have to do this to anything you do to be up, let's do it to be up. That is what he's trying to play.
All right, still on the Nigerian music scenery, Nigerian global star Rema has sparked, heated conversations online after a description by Billboard, led to claims that he was labeled a one-hit wonder. The tag, which many fans found dismissive and disrespectful, quickly ignited backlash across social media, with supporters pointing to Rema's catalog, his touring success and his global reach. Critics of the label argue that Rema's impact goes far beyond a single hit record. From multiple charting songs to international collaboration, sold-out shows, fans insist his career reflects consistency, not a one-moment run. I mean, is it a one-hit cap or received plenty? The controversy has reopened, a wider debate about how Western media, frames African artists. Observers say such labels often ignore regional dominance, streaming numbers, and cultural influence outside the US charts. For many, the conversation is less about Rema alone and more about how African success is measured and who gets to define it. Is calling Rema a one-hit wonder fair, or for you, is it just lazy journalism on the part of the Billboard?
Fair. It's not fair. Rema now. Do maybe he has been there, calm down. He had over how many billion views on that video? I think it's just lazy journalism. That guy is up there. He's trying. All his songs are hits. So
really, I mean, we need to. You can have a successful song, but I mean, when we are talking, there's a difference between a successful song and a hit record, right? We need to make that clear. And I mean, when you talk about hit records, how many hit records do you think Rema has?
Rema has 2 hit records, Do Maybe and Calm Down. Yeah. So, and other of his songs are successful, like successful hits, been out there. Like last year, Kelebu is there, Holiday, Man on Fire, whatever, he's been up there. So I don't think this is a fair thing to Rema at this point.
And I'm talking about this. Do you think US charts, tell the full story of African artists' success, or they look at it from their own view?
They look at it from their own view. It has nothing to do with African successes at all. Moreover, even if, it's just they look at it from their view. They don't care about the African start. So I think he should just keep being him. Let him just keep doing what he does, singing what he does. Don't care. Once you start singing to be a good person in the US side, you start losing focus. So I think he should just keep to his African roots.
Are you talking about, him caring? Do you think African artists and musicians, they should stop? Should they actually care about what the Western label says about them?
They should care though a bit, but don't let it get to you. You should care a bit, but don't let it get to you.
Still talking about this hit record of a situation. You look at Rema, and some people will tell you he has had Soundgasm is a hit. Some people will tell you Calm Down is a hit. So you look at this record, and in the eyes of the US, in USA, they'll tell you that song is not a hit record. So does it officially mean that if a song is not popular in the US, in North Africa, in North America, it's not officially a hit? Should we set our record straight? Do we need to let these people know that, that the world does not revolve around them? Is there a way that African artists, can make that statement and make it clear that the world doesn't actually revolve around the US market?
Yes, there are different ways. Africa they are trying. And the place they should do well is their awards, Afrima Awards. Let them appreciate artists very well, and they put them at the top. So Africa is being there. Don't look at what the US people say, because at the end of the day, it's Africa you belong.
So how do you think we can actually do that? You talked about awards ceremony.
Yeah,
so is there any other way you think we can actually
can create their own billboard, maybe African billboard? I think that would be good.
Yeah, I'm talking about this chart data and so on. A whole lot of, we are seeing as the year goes by, we are seeing lots of Africans, bringing out their own, touring data, their chart I mean, is it respected enough? Because you look at the billboards, I mean, it's an American magazine, and it has been able to build a name for itself. When do you think Nigerians, you know, and Africans will respect our own, that we won't care about these Americans, you know, their magazines and the articles they bring out? Because I mean, this was just an article, you know, brought out by the billboard, and a whole lot of Nigerians and Africans, you know, they felt different, you know, about the particular statement made there. And we do not see this kind of reactions when such magazines or articles, you know, are made by African records, African media houses. So when do you think that to be given to Africans and our media houses too?
Maybe when a new vision comes in. Maybe when a new vision comes in, maybe a new brand should just pop up like that is respected and doesn't work based on emotions. Because what these people did now, they didn't work on emotion. They said it as it was.
So you think Rema actually has one hit?
I don't think he has one hit. I can mention a lot of hits he has.
Alright, you talk about longevity in Afrobeat. Rema came out to see, I think that was 2 years ago. He said this is no more a big tree, it is now a big four. And for someone who says he's part of the big four, and the billboard is calling you a one-hit wonder, I mean, what does that do? What does that do, you know, for his image as an artist?
It does nothing. What he should do now is to be at the studio, cooking and working, and drop a song that will be "I told you I am not this." Let him forget about anything. Let him go to the studio now, because lately maybe Rema has been losing a little bit of focus with his change of sound. Kelebu, you could see it's a change of sound in his style, normal style. So I think he should go back to where his roots are. Maybe he love R&B songs and do something that I told you. I'm big.
And you look at Rema, I mean, what actually defines longevity in Afrobeats for you?
The awards, the charts, the streams. That's all we know here.
And you know, you mentioned charts. For the Billboard, their article, you know, will be based on what the chart says. I mean, do you think the charts really matters, especially for an artist that, you know, has been able to tour, or is it just bias, or it's just chart smart for you?
It's chart smart. It's chart smart. I think there's how they look at things which Nigerians don't see. I think there's something they look. Maybe other American markets. Maybe it didn't touch some places. Maybe it just touched anywhere, but it didn't touch those little places. I think they have a chart market.
And that brings us to the question about, you know, African music as a whole. When do we stop, I mean, waiting for the validation of the Western world?
We should start now. I know artists who sing, who don't even care whether anyone calls them one hit one. People sing, they don't care. So it starts now. Don't wait for that. If you keep waiting, you will lose focus. So just keep being you, keep singing, keep putting out there. Don't know what is going to change it for you. They might even give you Grammy one day, so I think so.
I'm talking about, you know, not waiting for validations. I mean, what is the role of the fans, you know, especially in this situation? Because, I mean, it's not these artists that are listening to the songs, it is the fans. And when it comes to awards, the fans play a major role. So, I mean, what is the role of the fans, you know, in shaping, you know, how the validation of the music for you? Because it's about the fans. People do music for the money and the fans. And if the fans do not actually agree with this article and the magazines, do you think there's a way the fans, you know, can boycott it, and there's a way the fans can make a statement that, listen, we do not actually care about what you say, this is our opinion?
Whenever the artist drops something, you know, if it's a tour, you get tickets, you show, yes, I love this guy. Have a fan page. I'm sure Rema has a fan page account. That post everything about you, keep promoting you. You know, when you host a show, make people enter into the local markets too, you know, stuffs like that.
All right, this is where we wrap it up, you know, on this episode of ATN Genz. Thank you, Sophie, you know, for joining me today. Don't forget, this program is open for sponsorship, jingles, advert placement, news and events coverage, personality, society, and political interviews, product and service promotion, and commercials. Watch us live on our website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We are also available on Avo TV channel 205, Limex TV platform, Infasec platform, Apple TV, Niger TV, and Iroko TV. Follow us on our social media, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, and on Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on X, Atlantic TV Net. Stay connected by following, subscribing, liking, and sharing our social media content. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay tapped into the culture. I am Kingsley Ipalibo.